10 most dangerous beaches in the world. A trip to the beach is always a great idea, right? Who wouldn't want to soak under the sun, sipping some margaritas all day? Well, while it sounds like the perfect way to spend a day, it's not always the case. Some of the most beautiful beaches in the world happen to be the most dangerous. Today, we share 10 of the world's deadliest beaches that will send chills down your spine and make you wonder how beauty can deceive your eyes. A simple beach vacay could turn disastrous if you visit any of these places. Get ready for some spooky real stories. Number 10. Hanakaipai Beach. Number 10 on our list is this gorgeous beach right at the heart of Hawaii's coastline. This glorious beach that is almost always deserted is truly immaculate, with its glistening golden sand surrounded by black cliffs and rocks. Just the view is enough to make anyone want to dive in for a swim, but don't let that picturesque sight fool you. Beware of the unpredictable riptides that form unannounced. Just as the entrance warning says, beware of the unseen currents. These massive waves that can go up to 30 feet literally come out of nowhere. In no time, your chill time at the beach instantly turns into a race for survival. But of course, some dummies just don't care, and people often go there to surf and enjoy the waves, despite the fact that about 80 people have lost their lives there. Number 9. Skeleton Coast. Namibia is a beautiful country, full of some of the rarest animals with the country's popular deserts. With that comes a unique coastline which was feared, respected, but above all else, avoided by traders from centuries ago. The beach itself has earned its rightful name, the Skeleton Coast. What other names would suit a region where innumerable destroyed ships exist? Thousands of skeletons are buried, and some of the most dangerous predators exist. To add on, the scary Benegula Current, one of the strongest oceanic currents, thrives across the coastline, violently sucking up everything on its way. If you're lucky enough to survive the mighty tides, then probably the rarest shark species found there, or the tigers and hyenas will have you for dinner. No one walks here, well, unless you're mad. Most tourists drive to the area in packs of four-wheel vehicles, and just in case the need for backup arises, they ensure they're fully strapped. Number 8. Queensland Beach. The beaches in the far north Queensland coastline have to be the most beautiful in Australia. The alluring crystal clear waters make it almost impossible to resist a swim. However, a dip in these seas could be the very last dip in your life. Tiny Irukandji jellyfish have claimed the whole territory and are ready to defend it by biting anyone who tries to intrude. A single bite from its species is excruciatingly painful and contains deadly toxins. How about a dozen bites? Humans hardly survive more than 5 bites from these creatures. If you opt to risk it and swim through, not only will you be at risk from these stinging predators, but from crocodiles too. The almost extinct saltwater crocodiles call these waters their home. While you might survive a couple bites from the fishes, there's no way to escape a bunch of hungry crocodiles who could weigh up to half a ton. Yikes. But as usual, some dummies test their luck in these deadly waters. Number 7. Shark Region. Also known as the shark capital of the world, is the beautiful beach in New Smyrna. It is believed that tourists here are at more risk of a shark attack than anywhere else in the world. What might look seamlessly beautiful in the pictures might not always be true. The hidden sharks are always lurking behind that beauty. They can easily skip the naked eyes. This beautiful beach in Florida has had the highest number of shark attacks since 2009, ranking it at about 90 attacks. While that number may seem low, you'll be surprised at the frequency of shark attacks in general. These scary creatures are very rare and hardly attack human beings. Also, of the 500 different shark species, only 30% of them have attacked humans. Considering all that, 90 attacks in the past decade sounds like an alarmingly high number. Next time you want a shark bite on a lovely summer afternoon, you know exactly where to go. Number 6. Island of Doom. Australia has the highest number of beaches, most quite exotic for vacation, and others you might want to stay away from. Ever thought a cute little dog would take your life? Well, that's one of the creatures that make Fraser Island a no-go zone. These dogs, referred to as dingoes, are extremely dangerous and will attack humans on slight provocation. At one point in the 80s, one of them ate a 2-month-old baby after stealing her from a campsite nearby. Other than the dangerous dogs, there are jellyfish that will bite anyone who tries to swim. There are rangers and lifeguards who patrol regularly to ensure that there are no casualties. To be honest, it's never that serious. You can always go to a safe beach some other time. Stay safe, kids. Number 5. Real shark attack beaches. Have you watched the movies Jaws or The Deep Blue Sea? If yes, then you must know sharks are not animals you can play fetch with. If you haven't, just picture yourself stranded in waters full of hungry sharks. Not a pretty sight, right? Well, as crazy as it may appear in your head, that is a reality for people who live near Gansby Beach. The waters of the beach are full of so many sharks that they encounter them on a daily basis. Also known as the territory of the white shark, it is forbidden to dive into the waters without proper protection. Tourists are only allowed in with metal cages and proper equipment, as it should be. Most dangerous Mexico beach. Playa Zipolite is one of the only nude beaches in Mexico, but also one of the world's most dangerous beaches. Don't get flattered by the above fact. You should be more than glad if you don't know how to swim. It is known as the Beach of the Deceased, and the reason is riptides. On average, the beach watchers perform close to 700 rescues a year. With such a high number of casualties, you would think swimming at the beach would be prohibited, right? But it's not. Surfers, swimmers, and divers show up in numbers every other day to get the crazy adrenaline rush from the massive tides of the waters. To add on to this, every now and then, a shark pops up to say hello to humans. If I was asked, I'd rather sunbathe than just go home. Once again, it's never that serious. Number 3, how about a volcanic beach? Black sand beaches are astonishingly beautiful and stand to be one of the wonders of the world. The Kilauea Beach in Hawaii happens to be one of the most exotic ones with picture-perfect views. However, it poses a threat which is much greater than its charm. The area around it is highly volcanic. There's a volcano that has been erupting continuously for the past 35 years. It also happens to be the most active volcanic mountain in the world. After an eruption, its lava hurls right into the beach, heating up the waters to the boiling point of 100 degrees. Yikes, talk about a heated pool. Every other year, the volcano adds land to the island with the solidified lava. It is a breathtaking sight which attracts more than 2 million visitors a year, but don't think you can just stroll in here casually, as you would on any beach. Visitors have to plan with the marine park there to organize a trip with the right equipment and at the right time. And with that, it's now time for today's best pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber, so if you come across the photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it in a future video. Number 2, Wonders of Brazil. This picture was taken from Copacabana, Rio de Janeiro Beach in Brazil. Sun meets surf in Rio de Janeiro, famous for the best beach parties, carnival, volleyball, and bikinis as far as the eye can see. But with 6.5 million people stuffed into a small space, it's easy to find yourself in an unsafe situation. This beach draws in hundreds of thousands of tourists yearly, but also draws in thugs in search of easy targets. It happens to be one of the most dangerous beaches in the world for a reason. Most times, the police raid the sandy coastlines in search of the most wanted criminals. You could be under your umbrella sipping on your mojitos one minute, and the next, armed men are ambushing the place. That is exactly what happened in this picture. The tourists were on vacation there, relaxing and enjoying the sun. Minutes later, officers raided the beach. This is so common in the area that locals are used to it. Regardless of where you come from, it always gets more unsafe when darkness sets in. But in Rio, criminals are known to stake out popular tourist sites in broad daylight. I can't imagine what happens at night. All in all, if you plan to visit the beach, leave your jewelry behind and be mentally prepared for anything.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
Number 1, Man-made most dangerous beach. This is one of the most dangerous beaches in the world, not because of predators, or massive waves, or even volcanoes, but because of man's pollution. Initially, it was a pretty serene and decent beach to visit, but not anymore. Human beings are just the worst. We've managed to destroy the most beautiful resources. The beach is full of filthy garbage, untreated sewage water, human waste, decomposed creatures, and anything nasty you can think of. There are thousands of crows hovering around in search of food from the litter. It's the ugliest sight on earth. The worst part is all this is because of human activities. Beats me how some people are able to bathe in the water so casually. Well, I guess they don't have a choice as most live below the poverty line. As much as the beach is popular among the locals, don't even try to add it to your travel plans when you visit Mumbai. Well, unless getting a bacterial infection is part of your to-do list. You don't want to come back sick from a beach. If you're looking for a beach to relax in, then this is definitely not the one. India has several other gorgeous beaches that are clean and well reserved. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.